Hello. It's been a while since I've posted, and I'm on a little walk behind our home in Farmstead. A few days ago, this was covered with beautiful white snow, and it was a scene that really warmed my heart and Timmy's heart a lot when we decided to return to Wisconsin. The white winters and Christmases was definitely something pulling at both of us, and in the midst of a whole bunch of other things, it was one of the things that really kind of drew us back to our roots. This Christmas, without him, has been an interesting one. This was our first Christmas without Tim, our first Thanksgiving without Tim, our first year of so many different experiences without him. And I haven't really posted recently because I've just been in it and trying to find my way through. My mom came to be with us on December 19th and has been with us throughout this season. I'm not gonna lie, there's been a lot of irritability, a lot of misplaced feeling and emotion, and a lot of times I've just been reeling in, what is this? What is going on between us? Not with my mom, but with the girls and I. What is this tension about? What is this anger? What is this irritability? And I think sometimes when you're in it, it feels like you can make it be about the wrong stuff. Good. There's some deer. I think having my mom here helped me to just kind of step away and just be present to my feelings and give my girls some room to have their own and to not react to the reaction so quickly. And in doing so, over time, what I've seen is that we're just healing. And healing takes time. Healing isn't pretty. It's messy. It can be uncomfortable. It's a longer term process. And the recovered state, the healed state comes in waves. You get glimpses of it. We had an experience yesterday of just taking a train ride down to Chicago, and there was a whole lot of laughter and joy and silliness and playfulness, and I felt like, this is, we got through something, and now we can experience a new state of being together. We all realized we could get through our firsts without him, and we'd be okay. We came through it, and there was a sense of relief. I think in the firsts, there's the unexpected, so you don't know how it's going to go. So there's anxiety about that. You don't know if you're going to make it through because you've never had that experience before of a first, I'm sure that we'll feel his absence, during future holidays. But knowing that we made it through this one will help us get through the next ones. I think for me, as the mother of our family, I felt like there's more deer. Look. I've wanted to kind of hold the pattern steady because the absence of Timmy alone was a big enough change. I've also felt like where I've wanted to do some things differently, but I'm feeling like there's future years for that. And once we move through this one, I can sort of peel it apart a little bit more to find the things that don't feel so congruent with my own values at present, and we can decide, what we want to hold on to and what we want to let go of, and how that's going to look going forward. So, as always, I give voice to these things because, I don't know, there's not really a roadmap for how to go about grieving the loss of your, sort of the love of your life. And I think there's lots of books and manuals and things that are like, point you in the direction. I think for myself, I've wanted to give voice to what it feels like in real time and the organic side of it all, where it's just like putting one foot in front of the other. I could never give a how-to manual for this because I think when you go through it, you have to just go through it yourself. When it's your time, it's your time, and no one could have ever prepared me or us for this. And so I think the other thing that I'm extremely aware of is my gratitude for all of the ways that people have helped us over the past several years and helped us over the past, this past year. I can say in past years there was like a massive influx of cards and cheering us on and cheering Tim on and wishing us well, and we had kind of people coming out of the woodwork to support us. This phase is quieter on so many fronts. And I think the quiet feels appropriate because I think healing happens in the quiet. It's like a rebirth of sorts, and birth often happens in the dark and stillness of night. I feel like we're being rebirthed, and we're still in that dark womb space or the squeezing of the birth canal space. And I don't know what the new is going to look like. I know I've been preparing, kind of like cleaning and purging and preparing the space. I feel like heading into a new year and heading into a year where Timmy never experienced, like 2025. He didn't live in 2025. I feel like there's something about closing out the year of 2024, the year in which he was still here alive with us. That feels significant. And I've heard of so many people experiencing the loss of loved ones from cancer or receiving new cancer diagnoses. And I can't help but be so mindful of that and like, wow, you know, why are so many having to go through this? And what does it mean just about the state of, like, the state of our planet and the health of it, or the sickness of it. I think on some level it's like, having worked in healthcare for so many years, so many are plagued with hard stuff, hard health stuff. And I think there's so many ways that our present culture and present, like, you know, the state of affairs across the planet don't support health and thriving. And I'm partly to blame for that. Like, I think we all have some collective responsibility. And I don't think we've intentionally trashed and destroyed things, but I think we have to accept responsibility in it so that we can begin to do things differently in a way that promotes health and thriving for ourselves and for everyone around us, for all life. So those are just things I'm chewing on right now in this beautiful walk as I kind of prepare to wrap up 2024 and transition into a new year. And just want to extend my gratitude to you for being with us on this cancer journey. If you're dealing with cancer personally, my heart goes out to you big time. If you've been through loss and death and all of that, my heart goes out to you. If you're trying to navigate right now the same kinds of stuff we are, I hope some of the things that I said help in some way. I'm feeling the heaviness of all of this past year. I'm also feeling a kind of anticipation for birthing the new and opening myself up to that. All right, sending you peace and a whole lot of love. Merry Christmas, or Merry, Happy, whatever you're celebrating this time of year.